YouTube, what's up, man? Bmore.Tactical back with another video as promised. I got to give a shout out, man, to my subscribers. Never thought we would get 1,000 subscribers that quick, man, but thanks to y'all, the channel's doing pretty well. So with that, I'm gonna definitely keep it going. As y'all can see, I'm rocking my 32 Icon shirt, man. Shout out to Liv over at 32 Icon. I just like to show love to other channels that I enjoy watching for educational purposes and for entertainment a lot of times, man. I want to give a shout out to my man out in Philly, Mr. 57by28. Man, his channel is dope. Y'all got to check him out. He got some pretty cool builds as well. But, you know, if this is your first time visiting the channel, man, go ahead and like it if you like what you see today. If you want to see more content like it, go ahead and subscribe to it, man. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into why we're here today. We are going to do my version of the bad order concealed carries, man. And certainly I'm no expert, as y'all know. I'm pretty new to it, but conveniently enough, I own a Springfield Hellcat. I recently purchased a Glock 43X, and I also have a SIG 365XL. So what I want to do today is what my personal experience has been with those firearms. I can't make recommendations. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm going to use some resources that I got pulled up here and go over some of the stuff with y'all. But before we jump into it, let's take a look at them. This is the SIG 365XL. Has a 12. It's a 12 round mag, as you can see. It's a flush base plate. Let's talk about this one first. It is, as I said, 12+1. It does have the X-ray night sights built in. We'll take a look at those. As you guys can see, it has a slide cut, so it's optic ready. It has an integrated mag well there. Mag's empty while we're talking about it. Okay, and it has what SIG likes to call as a signature flat trigger with a 90-degree break. Let's take a look at it so you guys can see here. Breaks right there. 90 degrees, as SIG says. Next one up is our Glock 43X. Probably doesn't really need much of an introduction. This one, sorry, I meant to tell you guys for the SIG. From an ounce perspective, it is a 20.8 ounces. And it is the barrel itself is a 3.7. So it's the largest barrel of the ones that we're going to be looking at today. The Glock has a 3.4-inch barrel. It's 18.7 ounces. So obviously a little lighter than the SIG. I'm only using the standard mags. This one is a 10+1. Not loaded. Okay, and we're doing this video on a pretty cool day. I just really got back from shooting all 3 of these at the range. The Springfield Hellcat. You guys may have seen this one in one of my previous videos. We did this one on, I think probably really the last time you guys may have seen this one was on my collection video. So in comparing those today, I am not going to factor in this red dot optic in an effort to be fair. But this one is a 3-inch barrel, and it comes in at a 17.9 ounces. Okay, so what I did was, man, I set up a scoring system. Simple score: 1, 2, 3. 1 for the lowest, 3 for the highest. Whoever has the highest at the end, through about 8 categories. That's how we're gonna crown the winner. So we're just going to kind of really just jump right into it because I don't want to make this video too long. The 8 categories we're going to be considering is value, design, ergo and grip will be one together, sights, trigger, how accurate I shot it or how accurate I perceive them to be, concealability, and really just the experience in shooting it, the shootability itself, right? I think it's a little bit different in accuracy and how comfortable it is to shoot. So we'll just kind of go through that a little bit. This is what I chose to do. I can do what I want. You ain't got to like it. But again, the winner or in each category will be given a 3, 2 for a middle, and the lowest one is going to get a 1, and whoever has the highest score at the end based on that scoring system will be the winner. So value, let's talk value first. I can only speak to my opinion based on what I paid and what I think you'd need to do to get those up and running really the way that would be realistic in getting them. To me, let's talk about it. So the SIG 365XL, generally from what I've seen in different stores and sites, is between about $579 and $599. unfortunately, I ended up paying $5.99 for mine. I'm normally pretty good about getting the best price, but this firearm was difficult to find here the summer of 2020. So I paid $5.99 for mine. I'm not factoring in FFL and tax and all that other stuff. Okay, so let's stop there for a second. The Glock 43X, I paid $448. Okay, $448. Let's keep that in mind. And the Hellcat can generally be found if you're getting the optics ready version, okay, for about $530 to $550. So we're going to slot that in there. I don't want to factor in the price that I paid specifically for mine. I'm just going to go with the common price for it because I bought mine with the optic installed, and so that would not be fair. So when I consider what I thought was the best value, I'm sure most of you are thinking like, well, bro, you paid $448 for the Glock. It's got to be the Glock, right? Actually, in this category, the Glock came in last, and I'll explain why. For my concealed carries, my intentions is to have all of them run red dots, right? So this is what my intentions for mine would be. So at the 448, for me to get the slide milled and also get night sights installed, it's actually going to take the Glock into being more expensive than the other ones. In this particular category, the Hellcat won because you get a firearm with, let's see if we can see it there, a night sight. We're not going to factor in the red dot, right? But you get a night sight on there for $530, and the slide's already ready to go for an optic. On this particular device, I'm sorry, I fuck around with electronics too much. On this firearm, night sight's already ready to go. Has the optic cutout already. You can get this firearm for about $579. After I get, we all know what type of sights the Glocks come with. I need to add night sights. I need to add an optic cut. It's last. So in this category, and I'm gonna try to speed this up, guys, because I don't want to make it too long. Hellcat's a 3, SIG's a 2, Glock a 1. Design, it's just my personal opinion. Which one looks the best, right? Just if I'm standing in the firearm store, or I'm shopping online, and I'm looking at them, which one, in my opinion, catches my eye a little bit more than the other? For me, in this category, Hellcat again, it's a 3. I just think the design of this is dope. All 3 of them have front and rear serrations. I really just love the stippling on the Hellcat. I like just the subtle setup that it has. But number 2 is actually, and I didn't think I would feel that way about it, is actually the Glock. I actually really like this design. It's simple. I see why some of the Glock fans out there really love their Glocks. I thought it would be the SIG initially, but when I really held them, sat them down and looked at them, like the Hellcat and Glock a little bit more. So next category was really just the grip and ergos. And obviously this is going to be a personal preference based on how I feel holding them. Man, SIG did a great job with this. I do like the grip of it. I think Hellcat, again, the stippling, the setup on it, I love the way it feels in my hand. I think I have maybe average. I don't think my hands they're not small, but they're not huge either. But the thing that really blew me away, and with the Glock, I hear a lot of people talking about the grip angle on it. As a new user to Glock, I didn't struggle with it at all. And in fact, I had the Hellcat first. I got the SIG second. For some of you guys that heard the story, the Glock was really the third purchase of those. And I did it partially because when I picked it up, I really loved it. So this category for ergo and grip, surprise winner here, Glock. Being a new Glock user, I'm not a Glock guy, but I actually love the ergonomics of it. I like the way it feels. I think the stippling on the Hellcat and SIG is probably a little bit better to me, but it didn't knock points off from the Glock. So Glock is a 3 there. But it was a tie between the SIG and Hellcat for me, so I gave them both 2s in that category. All right, sights. Glock's 1, right? You can, yes, that's part of the benefit of a Glock. You can customize them and make it your own, but out of the box, Glock sights, nah, it's a 1, man. I'm not even going to waste a lot of time on the video talking about it. Me personally, I actually like the sights not including the red dot on the Hellcat more, but I'm gonna go with a general consensus here. What SIG has set up here is perfect, right? Everyone's not gonna like this U that the Hellcat comes with. I like it. I think the front dot is brighter, right? But I'm gonna give it to SIG in this one. I'll give it to SIG. I think the design and the concept overall was pretty good. Sights on the SIG is going to be the 3, Hellcat's 2, Glock's 1. No debate around that. Don't waste your time arguing. Triggers. The trigger was tough. Again, let's just get the last place out the way. I actually, again, guys, I really did enjoy shooting the Glock today at the range. I won't lie. But for me, nothing special about this Glock trigger at all. Obviously, there's a lot of aftermarket options to upgrade that, but you know that's a factor back into our value category. This flat trigger design that comes with the SIG, there is a bit of a take up, but it's crisp. I enjoyed shooting it. First mag, I was rolling. And the Hellcat, I mean, I like it. It's okay. Obviously, you have the your safety on there as well, similar to that Glock design. It's okay. I don't think it's a trigger that I need to replace, but so let's just get the numbers out of the way. SIG 3 here on the trigger, Hellcat 2, Glock 1. Let's talk about when I took him to the range, man. Accuracy. I shot the Glock the most accurate today. I've had the Hellcat the longest, right? I've had the Hellcat probably going back to sometime in June, I think. So I've had the Hellcat about 2 months. This was my first time shooting both the Glock and SIG today. But the Glock, man, I get it. For some of y'all out there, I totally understand. I shot the Glock probably the best today from an accuracy perspective. And, you know, I'll share a video. You guys will kind of see a little bit of that today. So Glock got 3 points in accurate competition today, or accuracy competition today. I'm no marksman. I'm no professional shooter. I still consider myself somewhat of a new shooter. I mean, I've been doing it for maybe a year or two now, but it's not like I go every week, right? So I'm still learning as a shooter. But from what my experience was today, the Glock was rolling out there. SIG 2, Hellcat 1. And the only reason why it's not really the Hellcat's fault. I actually shoot the Hellcat pretty well. I know there are some concerns about it being snappy. But for me, part of my accuracy with the Hellcat was with the red dot, and it's just not fair to factor in. So that's how we'll leave the scoring. Concealability. I'm going to do a video on my holster and belt setup here in a minute. Well, not today, but I'll do it in a few days. I run the same holster from Vedder on all 3. And I have a belt and everything. I'll do a video on that for you guys and girls. But concealability. Sorry, my dog wants some attention here. Concealability, I'm going to say the Hellcat. From a weight perspective, from the grip to the barrel, everything. I mean, that when I'm carrying this one, I have no concerns at all. Certainly the slim profile of the SIG is easy to carry as well. But for me, I'm going to go with the Hellcat. So we're going to give Hellcat 3 points there, SIG 2. The Glock 43 with the standard mags, just the grip is just a little thicker and a little longer. I'm going to try to get you guys a visual of that here in a second. So concealability is going to be the Hellcat. And shootability, which one did I just enjoy shooting? Which one? Obviously, they're all carry sizes, or what we would call micro compacts. They're not really subcompacts, micro compact. You could probably make the case that the 365XL is a subcompact, but which one did I just enjoy shooting the most? as far as how it felt. I told you guys in previous videos, man, I got an American Bulldog that whenever I pull my guns out, he just got to be in the middle of the damn video. But I enjoy shooting the SIG the most. The 365XL is going to get a 3 here. The Glock, all things considered, was a 2. Hellcat's a 1. And I do have to admit, between the 3 and shooting them all in a row, or in the same range session, the Hellcat is a little snappy. It's not disruptive enough that I don't want the Hellcat anymore, but it's definitely got some competition in my concealed carry rotation. So for those of you out there doing math at home, I'm not doing all these crazy graphics and putting stuff all up here. I don't have that type of time. But the Glock scored a 14. 14 based on this. Bro, really? Everybody want to be a star. The Glock scored a 14. So unfortunately, the Glock came in last. Hellcat's at a 17. Obviously performing well in value and design and concealability. And the winner, so the SIG 365XL at an 18, scoring well in the sights along with the trigger and just my experience and shootability. Glock did well with the ergo and grip and the accuracy, which, you know, we're not debating what's the most important factor here. I just kind of broke down a few categories that I wanted to discuss and what I thought. So without talking but so much more here, man, I'm going to see if I can't get you guys a visual for those that want to kind of see here at home. This is how, I don't think this is the best, most scientific example. All right, so the SIG's in the middle. It's the Hellcat. That's not accurate because it is factoring in the red dot. Let's see if we can get it here. You guys are going to trip because I'm pointing these at me. They're not loaded though. See, the Glock's just a little taller. Slide length. Hellcat's obviously the shortest. You guys can't see it on here. Take my word for it. The SIG's a little longer. But when you're concealed carrying, the biggest issue there is going to be that grip. But I would totally carry the Glock based on how accurately I shot it. I would definitely carry that every day. I've made this video long enough, man. Thanks for checking it out. I appreciate y'all stopping by the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and subscribe, like, share it. Enough of me talking, man. Check out the footage at the range.